Hello everyone, how we doing? How we doing? Just shove this over. Oh. Hi Natasha, how are you? Yeah, Natasha, sorry. Wasn't looking quite right then. How are you? Just working on a print at the moment. This is going to be like a lazy Saturday afternoon. Sort bits out for the, for the markets and what have you. So I'll show you what I'm just doing here. That's good. I'm good. I'm pleased, sweetheart. In a minute, what am I doing? That's what I'm doing. It's been a while since I've done this. But, right, so I've just printed this little fella off the 3D printer. But it's got a few issues. You can see this here on the back and on his little hands. So the overhang isn't quite good enough. The ears as well, there's a bit of, you can't really see that. You show what other people to show. I'm sure people will come in. So I've just tried to fix the issues with this. So it's just printing off now. Look at this little fella. He's cute. These are great things for, I'll do 3D printing as well now, Natasha, yeah. It's what you can hear in the background. So yeah, super cool. Love doing them. We do have mistakes though. We do have things that go tragically wrong. For argument's sake, this poor fella, he didn't finish printing off right. So if I show you that one, and then I'll show you one that's actually been finished off. So that's how it should be. Yeah, it's a caterpillar, yeah. So you can see he just didn't want to finish printing right. Yeah. Same print but different outcomes. But yeah, that's how they should be. So yeah, 3D printing is good. It does take a lot of tweaking and messing around and what have you. Sometimes they come out as a complete disaster. Yeah, I'm live, love. Yeah, sometimes they come out as a complete disaster. I'm not going to lie. But then sometimes they come out brilliant first time, and then you might go to print them the next time, and they might come back wrong again. So just a few things like this huge dragon egg. It's a money box. I love this colour. Absolutely love this colour as well. Then we've got the likes of the little frog or toad, I think he's meant to be. Looks more like a toad to me, but he's a money box too. I do have to play around with this as well a little bit just to, to get it spot on. But that's what I say, it's all about playing and moving bits around. That's all right, Natasha, don't worry about it. Other people will come in. I'm sure other people will come in. Then I've been working on the snake rings. Okay, Natasha. I've been working on the snake rings, which this one's an emerald, that one's a ruby, and that one's a rose quartz. Frog's good, isn't he? And then this is one of my own 3D printing displays. hopefully when that sat on the market stall, they stand out a bit better than what they were when I had them on another display that I brought and paid for and everything. So yeah, I love this frog too. He's called the FU frog. So I didn't have any real overhanging problems with him, or a little bit on his hand there, but it's just all right, sweetheart. Have a good day. He just fell. We've got cute little hamsters, knitted hamsters. Dragons. These are knitted dragons. I say knitted. Oh, he does, Natasha. He's a good man. He's a good man, bless him. He has to put up with me after all. It's got to be good. So, so I've just got that printing off there at the moment. On the other printer, I've got one of these bunny rabbits going. So you can have like these bunny rabbit, they come, that's how they're designed. And what I've done is I've given it like furry texture. I love the colour shift on that. Hiya, how are you? I haven't seen you for ages, Tracy. Yeah, doing all right. I've had quite a break from my crafting, but needs must. And I'm back in my conservatory, but it's just too damn cold to do resin, which is really annoying. But I've got my 3D printer now. Yeah, way too busy. Yeah, I've got to really get back into it. I've like I say, I've taken a bit of a break from it all for my own mental health, because this place is a nightmare. Not here, not on this channel, but on my other channel, it gets a little bit too much. But yeah, I don't know if you saw these, Tracy, if you're still there. Look, these are my snake rings that I make, genuine gemstones. Oh, with the 3D printer, oh my god, I've done loads of bits. Money boxes. I've done wine bottle holders, which is are big, but they're in the other room, so I can't reach them. I'm doing my flexi dragons. I've had to do something because, like I say, resin in here, not brilliant. But hubby's going to build me a proper studio out in the back garden, so it'll be properly insulated and everything. So I would be able to do resin all year round. Because like in here, it's just the dragons are brill. The dragons are brill. There we go. Smaller ones. I know, I really need a proper studio. I mean, I could have changed the bedroom upstairs into a proper studio, but, when my girls come home, they need somewhere to sleep and what have you. So, hi, Token, how are you? So I've been sort of nagging a bit, and we've got a caravan in the back garden that we need removing. And once that's removed, he's going to build me a nice proper studio out there. So can't wait. I've been looking for the concrete. Hi from Twitch. How are you, Ellie? How are you? How are you, Token? Have you heard anything yet, Token? The trouble is, these make sudden little noises, and you're thinking, "Oh God, has it come off the plate?" But it hasn't. Oh, that's good. But I think, Tracy, when we went to the NEC, and I see somebody there doing the I'm doing well, Ellie. How are you, sweetheart? Um, you missed the what? Yeah, I just thought I'd go live and just have a bit of a chill and yak to you lot. Um, I've been up early this morning for me, so what was I saying? Yeah, so there was a guy at the NEC that he had 3D printing bits and pieces, and I thought, I've got a 3D printer, which I've had a couple of years, maybe more than a couple of years, and I could not get it. It wasn't Wi-Fi or anything like that, but I could, use the memory cards to download it off your computer, put it into the printer, and bish bash bosh. But it wasn't all bish bash bosh. So I was looking into getting another printer. So I sold that printer. And I was ever so lucky on Facebook. I managed to get a brand new printer. It was still in its box. The guy just left it too late to send it back. So he was just sending it off. And I mean, originally it should have been like £300, and I got it for, I think it was 150 or 160. Oh my God, it's just ace, absolutely ace. That's the Creality printer. And then at the auction, my husband saw another printer, which was immaculate, but some guy outbid him for it. Well, anyway, the guy works at the auction, so I said to me, I'll be asking him if he's willing to sell it. So anyway, a few weeks had gone by, and I kept saying, "Have you asked him? Have you asked him?" Well, yeah, Tracy, feel free. But so I got this other printer off this guy at the auction, and I paid him £180 for it. And again, these are about £400 brand new, and it really, really was like new. And there was like quite a bit of filament with it as well, so that was a bloody good buy as well. So yeah, but I mean, if I'd thought, because I've got the X tool, Tracy, the laser machine. I got that just before Christmas on the black, what do you call it? When Amazon have their Black Friday or whatever it was, and it should have been like £1,400 ish, and I managed to get it for just under 1,000. And I thought I was really, really going to go for that. Is yours the big orange Black Friday? Yeah, it was yours the big orange one. So I've got that, and I thought, because I love wood burning and stuff as well, I do it freehand. But I thought, with this I can do custom bits at less of the time, because when I do it freehand, I love to put all the information. S1, what have I got? What's mine? Hang on a minute. Is yours the little one? I mean, I've got this great big, it does all the Cricut. You could do everything that you do on Cricut and everything as well. Because I thought, in my thought is I could get rid, because I had a wood engraver as well, which again, I've had a few, the big one. Yeah, I've had a few, let me just check, see which one it's been that. Big, but it's got the orange lid to it. I think it's 10 watt as well, I'm pretty sure. But to be honest, I haven't. I know. That's the thing. That's the thing. I thought, I'll use it. I can I can sell my Cricut, and what have you. And that I've not. It's there in the corner. That's why I need a studio, so that I can. Silk screen making kit. Ooh. Oh, see, this is the trouble. As crafters, we just want everything, don't we? And I'm just trying to find where I bought this from. I did try a little raspberry computer for my printers, but that was a waste of money, so I sent that back. Where are you? Oh, there you are. It's the M1 Ultra I've got. I do sell online. I do have an Etsy store. I'll put that up in a moment. I got this on the 27th of November. It's the Xtor M1 Ultra. If it's just for the S1, yeah, I've got the M1. But we just want everything, don't we? As crafters, we just want everything. I don't know whether it'd work on the M1, Tracy. I mean, I'll give anything a shot. I will do, yeah, I will do. The S1 is bigger than the M1, is it? Wow. There's my Etsy store. Oh, I'm going to have a look at the S1 now. Tracy, what are you doing for me? But yeah, that's why I'd want a studio so that I can, get everything organized. So I've got like the 3D print. I mean, look, I'll show you this. Ah, right, okay. I know there's so many. Oh God, what am I doing? So if I show you what I've made, because that is all my filament. I'm one of these people that when I get into something, I go big. Go big or go home, as they say. And if I can swing you around, and I'll take you off there. Oh God, too close, mate. So, so that's my big printer. That one's my big printer, and then this is my Reality. But I made that. I 3D printed off the ends, and then just got broomsticks to. I'm so not with it. I'll tell you. I'm so not with it. I can't find my remote control to sort, for this camera. All I've been doing is trying to sort all the time, and it's just like. Oh, I have to have a look at that, Tracy. Let's have a quick look. Oh yes, yes. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah. It's about the same price as well, isn't it? I mean, I wanted it to do as well for my tumblers that I make. I wanted to be able to engrave on them as well. Look at the options. Oh, silk. Oh. Did you have it come with it? Yeah, I just want to have a look. Just show me it. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys, while I'm looking. It won't colour like the M1. see that it says it's only for the S1. Where is it? Wow. Oh wow. God, that can do loads. Right, okay. Oh, bless you. That's a shame, isn't it? Because it is that's fantastic what it can do, though. God, you should try. You should try it, Tracy. It looks fantastic what it can do. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've done. I don't even know where it is. To be fair, I did do one. I tried a picture of my daughter's cat, and oh, thank you, hon, thank you, Elsie, Ellis, Ellie, Ellie. Oh, have you tried selling it? You should put that on Facebook. I'll tell you what, I mean, it's saying that it's like it should be £350, and they've got it for 200. I would try it on Facebook Messenger, Facebook Marketplace. You'd easily get 100 for it easily, and just think how much resin you could buy with that. I would definitely put it on Messenger. What do you call it? See, the trouble with hair, every time it moves up there, you don't buy resin. Well, okay, hang on then. Let's say I've just pinned my Etsy store, by the way. What else could you buy with it? More wood, more wood to thingy. Yeah, yeah, I see your point. Then maybe just put it on Facebook Messenger, free to go down. You don't buy. Do you get gifted all your resin then? From that? I'm so out of it. Yeah, yeah. Oh wow. You're doing well then, Tracy. Do you know what, Tracy? I'll put it on Facebook Messenger, Marketplace. Oh wow. And the X-Talk, bloody hell. I'm missing out, and I'm missing out. I want to try TikTok as well. Rub it in, woman, rub it in. I spend all my money on materials. You're gonna have to. Curious on how I started my journey with the crafting. Um, oh, you gave up TikTok. You have to give me some pointers of how to get stuff, because I'd love to get the filament for free. That's for sure. Right, so my story to my crafting. Um, I've always been crafty, even as a child. I loved art at school. I used to always get in a mess with stuff. I used to love doing jewelry making and what have you. But I've always been busy working, so I never really had the time to put into crafting like I should do. All right, okay. All right, okay, Tracy. I'll have to do that. I really do need to get my act in gear. But I've been so bad with my my mental health and everything just lately has been awful. Um, but yeah, so because I've always worked so hard at, you know, outside of the house, should we say, paying job, good paying job. Um, I've never had the chance to really commit to crafting. I used to, like I say, I used to do a bit of bead work and stuff like that of an evening, but nothing really special. Um, yes, yes, um, yes, Tracy, that would be great. That would be great. Hard work paid off now. Well, not really, because I'd always wanted to be a driving instructor. So anyway, financially, I was able to pay for the course to be a driving instructor. So I did that, passed on my test for that. I worked as a driving instructor for about a year and a half. I never had to advertise. I was always fully booked. I always had recommendations. It was a very stressful job. You know, when you've got students sat next to you trying to kill you on a daily basis, it was quite stressful. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt my niche, if you like. I got to where I wanted to get to in life. Um, but then I was struck with a brain tumour, which inadvertently stopped me from driving a lot because my field of vision had gone, which I hadn't noticed because it was a very slow progression. So I had to give up being a driving instructor, and my whole life, if you like, my whole being sort of fell apart because I just felt like I'd got to where I needed to be. You know, my girls were growing up. I didn't, you know, what I mean that my husband gave up full time work, just worked weekends, so he'd be here for the girls because I was out teaching and what have you. And yeah, the brain tumor hit. And it just sort of grinded my life to an absolute standstill. I'd gone from being this bubbly person that, you know, was always the life and soul of the party, to somebody that really didn't want to go outside the house because even though I knew people couldn't see there was something wrong with me, but I felt like, okay, Tracy, I will do, sweetheart, yeah, absolutely, I will do. Um, so thanks for being here, Tracy. All right, take care. Hugs to you too, sweetheart. Um, so yeah, so I've gone from this sort of bubbly person, and I thought if I stepped outside the door, people would see that I had a brain tumor. Which, you know, looking back now, you know, I knew that wasn't right, but you know, in my mind, I just felt like everybody would be looking at me because they don't, you know, everybody around here. Thank you, sweetheart. Everyone around here knew me and knew that I worked hard and what have you. So all of a sudden, nobody was seeing me. And I got very depressed. My mental health was like rock bottom. But I had to pick myself up because I did still have younger children. So, and I didn't, they saw their mum deteriorate, if you like, mentally. Because even though I had the brain tumour, you know, the brain tumour could be controlled. It wasn't like it was going to kill me. But, you know, when you get told something like that, you think that you think you're going to die. The instant thinking is that you're going to die. But I mean, the first thing I said to my doctors was, well, what we're going to do about it, you know? And I managed to control myself when I was out, yeah, at the doctors and stuff like that. You know, I said, you know, and they said to me, you're dealing with this ever so well, Sally, you know. And I said, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to roll around the floor, kicking my feet in the air? No, what are we going to do? So that was sort of that. And because I was at home all the time, we've always had animals and what have you, but because I was at home all the time, I got a African grey parrot, and she was a baby, and hours and hours I'd just lay on the sofa with her on my chest, and you know, I'd be stroking her and what have you, and yeah, even to today I can still pick her up, and you know, and we can have huggles, as I used to call them. And she became my, I guess I could talk to her, and I knew that it wouldn't go any further, even though she does talk, but she's not that talkative. But then it got to a stage where I was like, come on, Sally, get your ass together. You ain't dying. Get yourself together. You know, let's sort this out. This isn't you. So I still couldn't work because obviously I was having treatment and what have you. And mentally, I don't think I wasn't there mentally anymore. You know, that had been ripped away from me. So I did become quite disabled. I've got fibromyalgia, I've got chronic fatigue syndrome, I've got diabetes, sleep apnea, you know, everything just sort of came tumbling down on me. And I was in a scooter, you know, when I used to go out, I used to have a mobility scooter. And, you know, hi, BB, how are you? So I was able to get out, even though I kept thinking, people are looking at me. Why are they looking at me? You know, I'm in a scooter. I'm a youngish woman, you know, in my 40s, and I'm in a mobility scooter. So eventually I did say, right, this isn't me. So I sort of forced myself to walk on crutches and stuff like that. But anyway, the short and the long of it, I was at home, you know, what am I going to do with myself? So I started... I'm good, thank you, baby. So yeah, so I just started my crafting path there, and it ended up as this. So I do my Etsy. I've got eBay. My daughter, because my mobility is still not great. I sort of lost the field of vision to look down. So if I do walk anywhere, I've always had my head down because I've got to see where I'm walking. And that's something that's never recovered. My peripheral view has recovered to a certain degree, but this view has never recovered because where the tumour is, it's on the pituitary gland, and it pressed up against my optic nerve. So yeah, so that's basically where it came from. Always been crafty. My mum was very crafty. My brother's crafty. My brother's a fantastic artist. My mum, she was mum. But yeah, there's always been that crafty side in the family. So I guess it's just come down the thingy. And I've got my daughters. Yeah, my eldest, she helps me out. She helps me out on this channel. She comes to the markets with me. I only do really 2 markets a year. Because it does take a lot out of me, you know, especially when I do my 5-day market and we're sleeping in the van. That exhausts me. It takes me weeks, literally weeks, to get over that. But I couldn't do it on my own. I do have to have somebody with me to set up the gazebos and stuff like that and do all the heavy lifting. So I just haven't got the strength anymore. But yeah, so that's really, and I'm sorry if I bored you. but that's really where it's all come from. And yeah, so the hard work has paid off. I'm here. I can, you know, I can show people what to do. I will be doing more tutorials and stuff. Um, but at the moment, I'm trying to get ready for a market that I've got in May. So, you know, I'm gradually building up a stock of 3D printing as well. Like I say, it's too cold in here to do my resin work, which is a pain in the ass. Oh, thank you, BB. It's just that somebody on Twitch was asking me, you know, about my crafting journey. So that was just a, you know, very quick crafting journey interview. So I've also this I'm loving. I've got to print a few more of these off because I'm sure these are going to sell pretty well at the markets. Because I do a lot of spheres, resin spheres that go on lights. And I'll just plug this in. So, oh, you do? Oh, well, you have to come up when because I'm going to be doing like where I get a lot of crafters up on the panel and we just have a craft and a chat and what have you. So this is a light base, okay? So as you can see, the light's on. So I do resin skulls and resin globes that go on these, and obviously they light up, so they're like a night light. Yeah, absolutely, BB. Shoot me a email. So this, you're not going to see it much in this light because obviously it's daylight. But can you see the lights on in there? So when it's darker, that really does have a nice glow. So I'm going to be doing a few of them in different colours. I need to get the filament for that though. Like I say, everything. Oh yeah, you added me on Facebook, did you? On my personal one or on the personal one or on contact on Crystal Roots, because we do have a Facebook on Crystal Roots. Crystal Roots is my brand, obviously. And my last name. Can't see anything. Shoot me a message and then I'll know. Then I'll know. And I'll know it's you. Oh, hang on. Oh, I found you. I found you. Oh no, I don't want to block. Right, I'll just message you back there. Real. Oh, there you go. Now we're connected. Yep, I found it. Right. So, like I say, this is just going to be like a chill, just yes, it's me. Yeah, definitely, BB. You know, we'll do a show where we just have, because I've got like Jackie and Andrea who does junk journals. I've never tried a junk journal, but she does them. Jackie does a lot of paint pouring, like yourself. I know there's a few others on that said they would come on. I mean, even if we just have a panel for and we're just all chatting, because you don't have to have your face on camera. You can just have your hands. You know, you can have your camera like. Just change this over. You know, because I know some people, you know, they don't like their face on camera, but you could have your camera facing down so people can see what you're doing, and we'll all just be chatting and having a, you know, having a chill. That's what I'm hoping to try and get done with. You sew, you do resin, crochet, painting, rock hounding. What's rock hounding? Oh, what's rock hounding? I've got a. I'll tell you what, BB. I've got an embroidery machine as well, which I've done bits on. Again, I've had that a couple of years. Oh, I do love flower arranging as well. My first ever flower arranging that I did with real flowers, fresh flowers, was for my cousin's funeral. Um, oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. God, those rock tumblers take forever, don't they? To use a rock tumbler, they take forever. So you're a jewelry maker as well. See, I never knew that, BB. Never knew that. Never ever knew that. And how long have I been speaking to you for? But I just like this channel is like for the crafting and just chilling with no drama. You know, everybody can, you know, talk about their crafting and what have you. Oh wow. I don't know whether you saw these. These are the snake rings. I can't. Can I turn that light up? Oh yeah. It's not going to show very well on there, I don't think. Let me switch back to the other camera. You do use a tumbler as well. So these are the snake rings that I made, and that's an emerald, that's a ruby, and that's a rose quartz. I also do like necklaces with the snakes as well. Um, they take quite a time, and I haven't done them for so long. But my daughter kept saying, "Mum, we need more snake rings because we sold out. We need more snake rings." And I'm like, ugh. And I've got, do you know what I've got out in my veranda, which is rammed at the moment? I've got all my gemstones for making these. But luckily enough, I did find, I mean, I've got sapphires as well. Um, Luckily, I did find some, these are sapphires. So what these are is they're genuine gemstones, but they're not quite up to spec for you know, for fine jewelry. You know, like when you see them in engagement rings and stuff. But they are still good quality. Um, and I get these all from a, you know, reputable company, or guy should I say. You know, I buy these, or I was buying these in bulk, because obviously, like I say, I do a lot of jewelry making, or did do a lot of jewelry making. I've let that slack a little bit. So, you know, I just want to get back into it. I need to just chill, chill, because life is stressful enough without all the drama. But yeah, so I've just been sort of playing around doing different things. I mean, I've got, because I sell like resin key rings on the market as well, but I've started making little. These are all on the 3D printer. Or opal. Oh yeah, Australia's good for your opal. Australia's brilliant for your opal. I've just made these, and I'm freaking loving these little hippos. Can't really see the colour change in that, but little hippo, he's so cute. But yeah, so I'm trying to build up a bit of a stock. It even found a fidget keyring. Yeah, the opal, because it's so porous as well, isn't it? Just cute, and he's really, really loving him. Let's see how this one turns out. Where I've no, you're still not brilliant, right? So I've printed this off, but can you see the back there where the overhangs aren't brilliant? Caught him. He's really cute. But the only trouble is the overhangs, so I've got to work a bit more. Got to work a little bit more on him because he's still got a bit of an overhang. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to things, so if it's not working out how I want it to work out, then you know, you've got a caterpillar. Do you know what though? The best thing that I like, my most favourite thing, come here, where are you? Come here. Well, come here, you mother. My favourite thing is these Missy's little mouse. So his head moves, and then his body moves, and he's got a lovely tail. Oh yeah, opal. Opal, I would say opal's always been one of those ones that it's, I mean, don't get me wrong, I have got some opal, but it's one of those ones that's always been sort of, because it is so porous as well, you know, it's one of those ones that it does have to be, I think it does have to be more of a showpiece sort of thing. Oh, I've done, where is he? So that's one of them, one dragon. Drop into the side. So I've got a few of them in different colours. Then we've got smaller dragon. And then we have, oh, that's a slightly smaller one than the first one that I showed. It's not quite as fat. Got several different. Then we got this little fire dragon. I'm going to think up names for all of these. So he's a bit smaller. He's pink. You can't see how pink he is really. Yeah, I'm going to start going over to TikTok. Oh, and there's some other dragons. Yeah. I think I've got about 4 or 5 different types of dragons. Hi, Sandra. How are you? So he's a slightly different one. How are you, Sandra? How are you? So yeah, I've got about 4 or 5 different styles of the little guys. Yeah, the dragons are cool. This, I love this as well. Look at this. I mean, it's huge, but it's a money box. So took ages to print, but I do love it. We have a toad, the red, yeah, toad money box. The red one, yeah, the red ones are cool. They really are. Little. Oops, dragons. Yeah, I knew what you meant. That's one thing you learn being a creator, is that you're not only creating, you know, content, but you've also got to learn to read the chat, because we all know we do typos, don't we, sometimes, and the bloody autocorrect. So I can usually work out what somebody's trying to get at. Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Christmas is going to be a good one for the 3D printing. I've got, if you only saw, yeah, fat fingers. If you only saw half of, of the stuff that I've got saved, it's untrue. So I'm just going to have a quick look, because, while I'm here, I might as well be working and getting stuff printed off. Don't like the printers to be quiet for too long. Yeah, I mean, if I was going to go for a 3D printer, I would go for the bamboo, because you can do different colours. Thank you, Sandra. I just threw it up today. Looks like the background, doesn't it? It's just, what was I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Just looking what I've got here. Let's carry on with some key rings, I think. Yeah, my poor computer is it's getting so thingy with everything. It's like, not more. I've actually got another disc that I can use. Ooh. Now this one is a I can never say what they're called. Capipana. Capybara. Big 6 a.m. God, yeah. I've had my coffee. I'm on the Coca-Cola now. Capybara. I can never pronounce it. But anyway, that's what I'm going to print next. But I'm going to change the filament over. I want a solid colour, really. There's still so many colours that I need. I need to. Oh, actually, one of the girls did give me a colour scheme thing that I could use, so I can see what colours I've got. I've got 50 rolls of filament. Hi Sheila, how are you? Yep. I've got eggs as well that I do. God, I'm not going to be able to get to them. So I've plonked a load of stuff on top of there. This is what happens when I go into another room. I come back with a load of stuff. Oh, the printers. Do you know what I've wanted to do for so long? Oh, my breathalyzer's there as well. Look. If anybody's... Now, this is something that I've done as well. Now, my husband's a beekeeper. And obviously you get the frames and they're wooden. And he said to me the other day, can you make beehive frames? So I had a bit of a play around, done a couple of ones which didn't work out until I actually worked out how to do it properly. So, but then he says, it takes too long to do it. I said, well, if you buy me a better printer. So they could be on sale before too long as well for beekeepers everywhere. Right, so I've got all sorts of eggs. They all open, she says. They all open. And you can put any of these items or most of these items in these. So like I've got a pink one, I've got a red one, this emerald green one. I've got multicoloured ones. And then I've got slightly smaller eggs. Then I've got a multicoloured one, which is, this one doesn't screw, but it just sits on. So I was like thinking of selling eggs with dragons in them. Oh, and then this one was meant to be a money box, but it came out without the hole in it. But I still printed the bottom, and I thought this would be a good little hidey hole. So it's quite big inside. You could definitely, you know, fit a surprise in there or a dragon. See what dragon we put in here. So you could fit a dragon. Yeah, you could add a little gift inside there. So there's a little dragon in there. Yeah, add little gifts inside the eggs as well, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to print some bunnies off that can go inside those eggs as well. This week. Sorry. Come on then. Come on. He wants to stay in there now. Come on. Just no, it's nice in here. Leave me in here. Give me your head. Oh, it's like trying to give birth. Here you go. Coming out tail first. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'm going to give the dragons names as well. So like if I sell this one, let's say this one's called Bill. If I sold this one, I've got different colours of it, then I can actually document, right, I've sold Bill. You know what I mean? These back legs are, front legs are solid. So that's the idea. So this week I'm really going to work hard on the crafting side of things, because I need to get it really up and running, because I've sort of missed Mother's Day in the UK, probably missed Mother's Day in America really for getting the stuff over there, but you know, right, I was gonna look for a colour for the capybara. I don't know. Is he a key ring? I believe he is, yeah. He's a key ring. So what colour should I do the capybara? And should I fluff him up? Should I make him fluffy? I don't know. We'll print one and then we'll see what it looks like. I've also got glow in the dark filament as well. And I've got the heat changing one, which is, so I do these as well. Okay, these are great for anxieties. You know, for like even for children that have anxiety, they got like little spikes on them, and you know, if they're getting anxious, or if, you know, as an adult, if you're getting anxious, you know, you can just yeah, and it leaves little marks on your hand. But you know, when you're feeling anxious and you just need to, you know, and it does, you know, give you a little bit of, you know, pleasure, whatever, gets that anxiety out. But I've done some of these in colour changing, so if you hold it for long enough, it actually does change colour. And I've got it in the orange, which turns yellow, and I've got it in the blue, which turns, yeah, in the blue, and that changes to like a purple, if I remember rightly. But yeah, these are, my hands aren't that warm, but these are great. They're absolutely great. Yeah, exactly, BB. Yeah, roll your feet on as well. Yeah, yeah. But I was thinking of doing bigger ones for that sort of thing. But yeah, they are really, really good. I've seen these sell on TikTok for like £7 and that. I do these for a £5. There are a few that could use them, absolutely. Right, back to the colour, whatever he's called. I think I might do him in silver. I might do it in a silvery grey. I've even now, bearing in mind these are hard, I've even got filament that you can make like phone cases out of. That's quite expensive though, but I've got some like gummy bears that you can use that with for key rings. So I thought, I might give that a try. I'm going to go for this silvery grey. Now I do have to pack these and suck the air out, because obviously you don't want your filament to get damp or anything. So you need to, because if it gets any like air in it, if you like, then moisture in it, then you get like popping bubbles and what have you when you're trying to print. So I'm just going to remove this one, and I'm keeping all my little bits and pieces that come off, and I'm going to put them into a resin mold. I saw somebody doing it, and somebody else had told me about it. I can't remember who. I think it might have been Megan VR. Said about heating it up and putting it into a resin mold. So what I tend to do is when I take one off, I always put it in the bag I've just taken the other one out. Otherwise I've got bags flying everywhere, and reels not in bags. And then what I do is I go around and I just make sure that everything's had the air pulled out of it. After, that's the other printer just finished. So this one is PLA silver. You see that's just broken. They can get quite brittle as well. So I'll just leave that onto the printer. I'll pop you in there. And then what I've got to do is I've got to go over here. And I've got to extract that previous filament out of it. So this one's just finished. It's the same bunny as this, made with the same filament. This one is a bugger to try and get off this plate. I struggle. Come on. I struggle so bad with this plate. It's so hard to get it off sometimes. Okay, finished. Sometimes I just have to take the plate up again just to get it to come off. The trouble is, because my other one, the plate comes off and you just bend it and the print comes off. But with this one, you can't remove the plate, which is a pain in the backside. Let me tell you. There we go. So sometimes it just needs that little bit of heat just to get it moving. Outside, that's one of the husband's bees come in solo. So that one's, I've just taken this one off. So you can see the colour shift in them. So yeah, I just usually give them like a once over, make sure that they're all okay. I'm happy with them. Having the filament come out on that one. Sometimes I get a blockage as well. You get a blockage in the nozzle, which can be a real pain in the butt, especially with the bigger machine. I mean, in all honesty, the bigger machine is more of a pain in the butt than this little one, because you have to feed the filament in from behind, and of course, because I haven't got a lot of room here, it just means that I'm climbing over everything to change the blue filament, which is a pain. I'm going to just extrude more on there. But it's funny how you learn different things as you're going along the journey with the 3D printing. Sometimes I have to look up different things, like when it did get cold, I had to YouTube, see how I unblock, you know, the nozzle and stuff. Can of Coke. I'm probably going to go over to TikTok this evening and maybe do a live over there. But you'd think they've been hand painted, wouldn't you? Yeah, what it is that the filament comes. Oh, so the filament comes on a reel. And each reel is a kilo in weight on these big ones. So can you see that? So what happens is when it gets heated up, it mixes in the nozzle, because it just literally heats it up. And so I have to extrude a bit of the filament to make sure that the nozzle's clean. So I've got the old filament, that one that I've just taken off there, with different colours, and then that's the silver that's going in now. Like I say, I didn't used to keep these bits, but I keep them now because, like I say, I saw somebody actually doing putting all their waste filament into a skull mold. Oh, I haven't sent that over yet. Why didn't I send you over? Why didn't you even sliced you? Nice. It's all good fun. And I'm so impatient. I want things to come really quickly. So this one's going to take 46 minutes to print. Well, 46.5 minutes. But we will see how he comes. If I'm pleased with him, then what I'll do is I'll print, 3 or 4 of them off at one time. And, instead of being 46 minutes, you have to times that by however many you put on your plate. So, and there's so many different programs where you can get models from. But like I say, some of the times, because different models and what have you, people have made them with different 3D printers. Sometimes you just have to mess with them and tweak them here, there, and everywhere. Now this is saying, oh no, that's used. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to do some gummy bears that are squidgy. So I can't wait for that. But yeah, there's the rings that I've made as well with genuine gemstones. And do go and have a look at my Etsy store. Pop it in here again. Even if you just go in, like it, follow me. It's all algorithm, so it gets me out there a bit more. Because like I say, I have, sort of let go, if you like, the crafting side of things because of all the drama has been more important and what have you. So no, now this is important. This is my priority now, is my crafting. Got to get back into it. I love my crafting. I'm at my best when I'm crafting. It's just, life's too short, guys. Life's too short. So yeah, I'll still be over there. I'll still be doing my bit of drama or what have you. But my crafting bit has got to really come first, because I'm being a lazy bugger. Right, so I'm going to have a look at my other machine, because this takes a different program. So I have to swap between different programs, which is why ideally I would like to have 3 printers, all the same make, so that I can just bash everything out. Because it just let's save that one. I just need to get sorted. Right, let's see what we've got on here. Keychains. I've done birdhouses as well. Let's do let's just have a look. What's this one? Oh, that's you. You're not a polar bear. Said polar bear. That's not a polar bear. Lying to me. Lying to me. They are lying. I've got that over there. What's this? So I've got, oh no, that won't go then. Okay. So I've got some items that I've got to rename them so I know exactly what they are, because sometimes you just get like numbers for things. So, you know, I keep having to go through here. Oh, why are you? What? Why are you saying that's not available? Oh, I know what that is. Yeah, I know what that is. Not a crocodile. That's the Crocs, which I'm going to hopefully do some of the Crocs as in shoe wear. What's that? We shall see when it comes up, she says. I should actually be sharing this screen, shouldn't I, and showing you what I'm doing. There you go. So this is it's a little spaceman keyring, and what I've got it doing is I've got it repairing the model, because sometimes they're not quite right for your printer. So I'm just repairing the model at the moment. It's repaired now. Okay. Hi Dawny, how are you, sweetheart? Hugs to you too. How are you keeping, Dawny? So now I've got to slice this. So I've got to go into here. I don't want no rafts. No, we don't want fluffy skin on him. Or fuzzy skin, should I say. Right, so let's see how we go. Oh, I'm so pleased, sweetheart. We're just having a bit of a chill here today, a bit of a chill and a chat. So now I'm going to look at this, and this is going to take 54 minutes up here just for this. Now, if this was on this other machine, it'd probably take about 20 minutes or so. So my bigger machine, even though it's got its what you call, it's got its good things, but also sometimes on some items it's a lot slower, which can be a pain. So that one's just heating up and everything. So what they do is they go through the cycle where they check the level of the beds and everything. With the bigger one, I do have to tweak it with manually, but it will tell me whether or not it is. It just bleeps at me when it's level and stuff. Where this other machine, the Creality, it does it all itself. So that's what it's doing now. It's going through. It's making sure that it's all level, and it will adjust itself if it's not level. And then it sits, and the nozzle has to heat up, and the base plate. So that does take a little bit longer to heat up and what have you, whereas this other big one, and the difference between these two machines as well is that this one here, just see if I can do this. Just see if I can. Right, okay. So this machine here, this is my faster machine. So what this is doing now is it's just heating up the nozzle and heating up the bed as well. So you can see by here, it's telling me what it's doing. So the file is downloaded completely. Excuse me shaking. So it's telling me that the nozzle heating is complete and the bed is oh baby, it's okay. It's my holding cap. This one has a camera as well. So this is where I do all my time lapse things that I've put on the channel. But that will start very soon. But this one, this section moves, okay? So the nozzle, that moves, the bed goes backwards and forwards, but the nozzle goes side to side, up and down and what have you. But this one over here, this big bugger, hang on, let me see if I can get it. So this one, this plate is on the bottom and it rides up to here. So this plate only goes up and down, whereas the actual mechanism there, the nozzle, that goes backwards and forwards. What have you? I really need to get a proper setup for showing you. But this printer is the big bugger, so you can see what he's printing there. It takes 54 minutes and it's just waiting for it to all heat up, which it is already heated up. So that will start off any minute. So that's the big bugger. I call him the big bugger because he's massive. I can't remember how many, I think he was 35 kilos. So he's a big boy. This one's just started that. So this one we're doing the carry, whatever it's called, khaki something. In fact, to tell you what, I wonder if I can do this. Just bear with me, guys. See if I can get that in shot so you can see it and it doesn't interfere with the printer, which is the good thing. Everything's back to front. There you go. You can actually see that in real time as that's going. This one's it says it's got 44 minutes, this one, to finish. So you can see that while we're chatting. Is there any questions anybody's got? What I'll do is I'll switch from that to me. So I mean, even though, you know, like I said, this one's going to take 44 minutes. The other one is 54 minutes. He still hasn't started up yet. You'll hear him when he does start up. He's a noisy bugger, that one. Noisy bugger. But yeah, do check out the Etsy store. My daughter's coming home tomorrow, so we're probably going to get a few more bits on the Etsy. So, for example, my daughter messaged me because she's a vet, and she does some sort of demonstration sometimes, and like sometimes when she gets like a cat in, her thing is dentistry. Um, she loves doing anything dental on dogs and cats and what have you. And she asked me the other day, because obviously you can print anything off these 3D printers. And she said to me, Mum, can you print a skull of a cat and a dog? So that when she's talking to people or even teaching other up and coming vets about x-rays and stuff, because she's absolute ace at this. So she was saying, she wants something virtual that she can show people. And what have you. So I said, yeah, I'm sure I can. So I went looking, and right enough, I found some skulls, cat skulls. Cat skulls are, the cats. Most cats have got the same shape skull. Apart from my other daughter's cat, he's a British Blue, and he's got a squashed up nose. So it might be slightly. His skull might be slightly different from your average cat. Oh, thank you, Sheila. I'm happy to teach anybody. The only thing I won't teach people is how to do mistake rings and my tree of life, which are pretty easy to do anyway. But they're my tree of lives are my trademark, really. But yeah, so she said, Mum, can you get a cat skull, dog skull? So I was like, yeah. So I sent her some pictures of what they'd be like. She's home tomorrow, so what I should do later on is I should print off the cat one, because when it comes to dogs, you've got all different breeds of dogs, haven't you? You're taking your time to heat up. What's wrong with you? You're heated? Right, okay, so we're going to be going into a bit of problem solving with this bugger. Right. It might just be that it just needs send that plate home. Yeah, so when I looked at the dog skulls, obviously you've got all different breeds of dogs and all different, skulls. So she's going to have a look when she comes home, because, like she said, they're very expensive to buy, which I can imagine they are. But if I can 3D print them off for her, mum's the word, as they say. Mum's the word. So she's going to have a look and see what she thinks. So I've got to print that off later. Don't know what time she's home tomorrow. I get so thingy when they're coming home. I love it. Love having them home. Which reminds me, I've got to put her bedding in the wash, because we had my husband's nephew stay for a couple of nights. And the last time he stayed, she was like, you better wash that bedding. I don't want to be in the bed where a teenage lad's been. Bearing in mind she's going to be 32. Right. So I'm just going to do a leveling on this. Sometimes I have big fights with this big printer. Really big fights with it sometimes. I do swear it's my large printer. They need a name, really. I need to name them. Let's just switch over to this camera, so you might be able to see a little bit of what I'm doing here. I will switch back to that so you can watch that go in when it started. So you're not going to be able to see, and I can't really move that camera, but I've got to reset this one, level the bed, because it's having a bit of an airy. Sometimes you'll have to switch it off and switch it back on again. It just depends on what sort of attitude it's got on the day. This one can be a little bit temperamental. But you'll hear it beeping there, telling me that bit's level and what have you. So what I have to do is I have to drop the bed down a little bit. There's just some nut screws underneath it. Just put it down a little bit. This machine's actually, I'm due to do a little bit of maintenance on this machine. I fully cleaned the other one and did maintenance on that the other day. Yeah, I really need to get some cameras set up so you can see what's going on. I could use my phone, I guess. So with this one, a little detector comes down, and when the bed touches it, it will bleep at me. So just telling me to turn it up a bit until I hear the beep. Right. So now it asks me to verify it. Looks like it's going to accept it. Sometimes you have to adjust it a little bit more. And so it can be very temperamental. Right, it's saying that's good. Congratulations. Now we go over to the next checkpoint. So it's got 3 checkpoints on this one. On my old printer machine, you'd have to, it was a nightmare, you'd have to screw these little, and you have to remember which way you were turning, put a bit of paper under the nozzle, and if it just sort of pulled on it a little bit, that was right. But yeah, that was too much work. And plus these work on Wi-Fi as well, so I don't have to have them attached to the this one. I don't have to have them attached by wire to the computers, which is really good. And also I can print from my phone, and with the one that I've had on camera, I can actually have that on camera on my phone, so I can see what the processor's doing. This one doesn't have the ability to have a camera in it, which is a bit of a pain again. That one I had to buy the camera to go on there, but this one you don't even. Oh, that one's good. We'll go to the third one now. Yeah, this one doesn't even have the option of a camera, which is a bit bad. Bit of a pain in the bum, that one. But it's still a good machine, obviously. But I would love I'd love a Bambu one. But there's been a lot of trouble with Bambu with their programming and everything as well. So swings and roundabouts. Bambu is the Saidi's, if you like, of 3D printers. Ones at the back's off to reach to. So now it's going to verify it. Yeah, Bambu's sort of like the Rolls Royce Mercedes of the 3D world. Sometimes I might regret buying the X tool because I haven't really used it yet. I haven't got the space to use it, in all honesty. And I could have used that money on a 3D printer, but hey ho. Right, so that's happy. It's all leveled, finished. So I'm going to try and print that off again. I've got to go over here. So much you print. Who taught me all of this? I mean, with the printers, I can always do tone it and paint just the basic type of craft. These things like a lot of it, especially with the 3D printing, it's been self-taught. Watching YouTube channels and stuff like that. But for the likes of jewelry making, I do, a lot of it's my own design. But yeah, the 3D printing, it's been a lot of research. watching hundreds of videos on YouTube, because obviously because I've got two different printers as well, so you know you have to learn up on both of them. So that can be a bit of a a learning curve, but sometimes I just like to. Right, so it's going to do it. Hopefully this time. Yeah, a lot of it has been a learning curve. Made a lot of mistakes, but yeah, video watching for the 3D printing. Um, so I've been doing crafting for quite a long time now. You know, you start off with the knitting, the sewing, and what have you. I've got a beautiful embroidery machine upstairs, which I haven't got room for in here. Hence why I need a studio, so I can have like I want somewhere where I can set my machines up and leave them. So I haven't got to move this machine to use this machine and move that machine to use that machine. So yeah, that's why I need a studio so that I can have everything set, and I'll be happy then, really happy. Because at the moment I'm working in the confined space. Wouldn't be so bad, but I've got two doors in this conservatory. So I've got the one that comes into the conservatory, and I've got a door that goes out that way to the garden and the veranda. So I lose quite a bit of workspace, if you like. So obviously I've got just a shelf over there, shelving unit at the back there, which can only be so deep because obviously that's the curfew, through the conservatory. So if I didn't have, if this was just one room, this would be ample. But because you lose a lot of the space. I've got two where I'm working here. I have two corner office tables, and my husband. So we put them in. My husband had to cut one down so that they'd fit together. So I've got like a half moon, if you like, um, which gives me lots of workspace. But I've got lots of machines that I need the room for. Are you going to play now? So it just wanted leveling. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Thank you. That means a lot. It does mean a lot. Yeah, I don't. Did you see the rings, Sheila? There's the rings that I made. Yeah, I'm just pimping them out a bit. My snake rings in silver plated copper wire with genuine gemstones, emerald, ruby, and rose quartz. And I wished I could find all my other gemstones, but they're out in the veranda, piled under lots of rubbish. Well, not rubbish. The trouble with me is if I can't lay my hands on something, I have to go. The rose quartz is beautiful. Now these I sell for £35. Totally adjustable. What I say to people is where the snake's head towards your hand. Oh, you have to get him to bite for your Mother's Day. But you could totally adjust these. So yeah, that's a cute one. That is. But I even printed off the little stand to put them on. Yeah, Mother's Day's coming. We've just had ours last week. That's the card I got from my eldest. She always does that. But neither of them are disappointing. I love them both to bits. And they know it. send you over to have a look at the printing, how that's going. Yeah, happy belated Mother's Day. Yeah. Can you see he's starting to grow now? It's funny because I think the girls did this last year. My girls went to a concert on Mother's Day, so I didn't get round to see them. Because my eldest lives about 3 hours away, 3 or 4 hours away, depending on the traffic. And my youngest lives about 45 minutes away. So my eldest goes to the youngest, and they go off to Birmingham and go and see this concert thing that they go to. But see, I can sit and watch these printers, and literally, it's so. You can just fall into it. Do you know what I mean? It can put me to sleep. I'm not going to lie. It can put me to sleep sometimes when I'm sat here just watching them. Oh, that's nice that you've got them close. Yeah, I mean, I think my eldest is coming back up this way because her partner, he's finishing because he's also a vet as well, but he's going for I think it's a professor or something to do medical side. Yeah. So yeah, he finishes in June. Now she did say that he'd been offered a job because it's like a specialist job in veterinary that he's got to go for. So yeah, I think she said this. I can't remember. My brain. Honestly, I've got such bad memory. That's the brain fog and the bloody menopause. I thought as I was just sat here doing this, I thought I'd come live and have a chat with you all, see how everybody's going. I'm probably going to do a few of these as and when. Yeah, but really it's, I tell you, brain fog is the worst. Brain fog is the worst. I don't believe anybody should be around us when we've got brain fog. Brain fog? Brain fog. I think we're doing a car boot tomorrow, so I'll not be up late tonight. I'll get up early in the morning, go and do a car boot, and then I'll see how tired I am when I come back from that. Whether I go live tomorrow, I might do. Oh, bless you. Chemo brain, yeah, that's another one I've heard is really bad. I mean, the fibro fog isn't quite as bad as this menopause fog. It's like sometimes I can't think what I said like 2 minutes before. It's so frustrating. Like I said, we've got Alzheimer's in the family as well, and I reckon everybody's born with it in our family. My granddad, bless him, he got to 82. My father's 85. And I swear, he'll say something and you'll say, "Oh, Dad." I could see that. I need to get an appointment with the doctors. I'm terrible for going to the doctors. Don't normally go unless I'm absolutely dying. And then I go with a list of things, and they're going, "Oh, we can only do one thing at a time." But yeah, I should really make an appointment. I should really. I need my bloods taken, don't I? And then obviously they'll have to look at my other meds to see whether I can take HRT. Oh no. Yeah. I'm sorry, DB. Brain injuries are one of the worst. And I swear, when I was 18, I had an illness called Guillain-Barre syndrome, GBS, and I was paralysed from the neck down. Yeah, it can be a struggle, yeah. Yeah, and I swear that Guillain-Barre, I never say it right, so it's GBS if you want to look it up. Yeah, I was paralysed from the neck down. Never allowed the flu jab again because they think the flu jab gave it to me. But they wouldn't connect it back then, those years ago. But when I had it, there was only me and another young lad of 18, and we happened to be in the same hospital at the same time. We were the youngest that had it, because it normally hit the 50 plus. They reckon it's a virus in the blood, it's the flu virus, they reckon, and it attacks your nervous system. So it really started with like pins and needles in my feet and my hands, and then my feet were numb, and I was struggling to walk, and I was slouched over like an old person. And I remember my dad poking me in the back, telling me to straighten your back up, and I was like, I can't, it hurts. And this went on, I fought it for a good couple of months, slowly deteriorating. And then I had like a Bell's palsy effect. My right side of my face drooped, it was numb. And again, I was fighting it when I was at work. I was, when we were in the canteen, we'd be laughing, and I'd put my hand over my mouth because my right side of my mouth wouldn't go up. My eyesight deteriorated really, really badly, really, really quickly. So I went to the opticians, and they said, is there anything else wrong with you? And I was like, no, because there wasn't at the time. That was one of the first things that happened, actually. And I had these really strong glasses, and I was working with electronics at the time, soldering and what have you. And I used to have the magnifying glass and my glasses, and I still couldn't see. That was fun. But yeah, it got to the stage where I could hardly walk, and when I did walk, I was falling very, very easily. And in the end, went to the GP, and he thought I had the brain tumour that my mum had because she was paralysed down her right side. But yeah, so I then had to wait 2 weeks to get in to see the specialist, which I stayed those 2 weeks with my sister, who she was in a maisonette, which is like a flat with an apartment with different floors. And I've struggled to get upstairs and what have you. It was just a mess, just an absolute mess. And by the time I got into the hospital, I was practically paralysed from my neck down. Couldn't eat. Every time I drank, it would go down the wrong hole and I'd choke. And I lost so much weight, so much weight. Yeah, that was a real bad part of my life. But they wouldn't connect the flu jab with that. So for years they wouldn't connect it to it. But now, actually, on the flu jab, it actually says, do not give this to anybody that's had GBS. And yet, do you know what? My doctors still every year send me a reminder, if your flu jab's due, And I keep saying to them, put it on your bloody notes. They know I'm not allowed it. And I certainly wouldn't risk it, not now that I'm over 50. because this Guillain-Barré normally affects people in the age of 50 plus. No hot flushes, oh my God. Oh, I'll have to go and talk to him, Sheila, because the hot flushes are, they are something else, aren't they? But yeah, so my nervous system isn't the best. When they do the old nerve testing, there are some of my fingers are affected, but I don't notice it because, it's been so long now. It's one of those things that I don't notice. I wouldn't tell you any different. Do you know what I mean? But they, you won't ever. Have you been through it, BB, or? Yeah, so it's they reckon that the Guillain-Barré has oh yeah, nor do I. Hi Lavina, how are you, sweetheart? Yeah, I haven't had periods for a long time. Again, I had an overgrown womb. Oh God, Jesus! Do you know what? When I stop and think about everything, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm a walking disaster. And with a surname like Stillwell, you know, I've never been really well. Oh, and with the cancer, yeah. But no, they fitted me with a coil, and so I don't get them anymore. But that was horrendous. You can see that starting to build now. They removed everything. Yeah, see, I don't know why they didn't do that with me because, I had polyps and everything and what have you. They should have just. I mean, they took me under and did a scrape and did whatever they had to do down there. And fitted the coil. And since then, I haven't had any periods, but I had a thickening of the womb. That was it, thickening of the womb. Because I was literally like hemorrhaging. It was awful, awful. What we have to deal with, eh? I just had my mammogram and that came back all clear. Oh, I think it's another 3 days. Oh, stage 4, bloody hell. Jesus. No, exactly with stage 4, bloody hell. See, we're walking miracles, walking disasters and miracles. He's definitely coming along. How much longer has he got? Let me just check. He's got 15 minutes left till he's finished, but I do have to print other bits, add on to him like I did with the teddy bears. Some items you just print them off and that's them done. The other items you have to print off the extra bits that go on them, like the teddies with their belly and their paws and their eyes. Yeah, exactly, Lavina. We did. Jesus. Oh my God, BB. Well, you were meant to still be here. You were meant to be here. Wow. That's scary. But I've got a friend that says, God only gives us these things to the ones that they know can deal with it. Sometimes you're thinking, no, just give me a break, you know. But such is life, isn't it? It's bloody there to. And some people just walk through life with nothing, don't they? It's like, oh yeah, okay. I'd love to one day, just wake up without a headache. But then you've got so used to it, Sally. Why worry about it? You know. Exactly, BB. Exactly. Kept you there to look after you, man. Yeah. Well, they say what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Never a truer word, is there? I'm getting hungry now. Should have had some lunch really before I came live, but I'll probably do a little video of this, finishing this up. If this prints out all right this page, then I'll print a few out, and then I'll print the extras off. So what's the weather with everybody? I've got, the sun's out, but I'm now in the shade here, so the temperature always drops a bit in here. Come sort of mid-afternoon. I should get this one finished, and then I should go and get some food. Got to work on my intro to this channel as well. But probably definitely going on TikTok tonight. If I do, I'll put it on my community post on both channels, so you can come along and have a chat there. I've not really done much on TikTok apart from just upload videos. I think I've done a couple of lives, but could do with doing a bit more over there. My daughter does the Instagram and the Etsy. Oh wow, 10 years. That's amazing, BB. That's amazing, 10 years. Wow. Yeah, you don't do TikTok, Davina. Yeah, I'm a bit, dubious of it, but I'm not there to do these fights or battles, whatever they do. It would just be crafting and chatting. Yeah, BB, yeah. I think I did put my TikTok link in my community post on both channels, I think. So on the side of this thing you can see, that's a fan going round. So that cools the filament, because as it comes out, it's hot. So it has to be cooled straight near enough as soon as it comes out. And this item that we're doing now has got 211 layers, and we're on 124. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put it on both of them the other day. Pretty sure I did. It is awesome, isn't it? 10 years free. And this is good because it tells me it's going to use 5.27 meters of filament for this build, and it's used 4.23 meters so far, with 9 minutes 30 seconds to go. So it's ace that you can keep an eye on it. The other machine got 35 minutes left. The only thing with that is it doesn't tell me how much it's used or what have you. See, now I've talked about food, I'm getting hungrier now. Oh, who's done what? Oh, Sheila, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, darling. That's so kind of you. Thank you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. I've not got my YouTube channel on over here, so I missed that. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Well, have a good day, Sheila. Thank you so much again. That's so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, that's hubby calling the girls in from the garden. Oh, I had to shut that back. Is that back door open? Yeah, it's still open. Shut that back door in a minute. It's the trouble, you start feeling the cold when that sun goes off of the conservatory. The wind's got a bit up here as well. I don't know why. The wind's picking up a little bit. You see the shape of that coming now. There's his hole at the back for the keychain. Come in the front, they've all gone out to the back. That's where the sun is now. My little buggers. Two little buggers and one big bugger. I don't know why, but my Simba, he always cuddles up to Daddy at night. But for some reason, for the last week, he's been cuddling up to me, which is sweet. But if I haven't got my hair up, he's laid on my hair and then I can't move. The bugger. But he's still doing not too bad. Bless him. Right, so I think the back end's done on there. So it's just doing the head now. Oh, thank you, BB. I'll have to go and have a look at that. Yes, it's working on the head now. How many layers have we got? Hi, Megan VR. I'm up so early. It's 2 o'clock here. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Mind you, must be up early. Was it 7ish? I know it's 7 for BB. I have my clock set on the American time for Robin, so I know roughly what time it is for her. Because we just have the same 7 a.m. for you yet. You're the same time zone as Robin. I don't get all these time zones. We just have one for the whole of the UK. But then you can fit our country into any one of your states near enough, can't you? Our little tiny government, our little tiny country. Oh, it's 8 for you, Lavina, so you're an hour ahead of BB. What time is it for you, Megan? 9 for Megan. I've been live for 2 hours yet. I just thought, as I was sat here, sorting through the crafting bits, I thought, well, I might as well be live and yakking to everyone. So we've got 7, 8, 9. This is a capyara. I can never say it. Capyara. And 167 layer of 211. 4 minutes left. Not long now. So he's fully born. I've still got to do his nose and everything. Don't know about his ears. I might have to do his ears. I'm not sure. I know my eldest daughter loves these capybaras. Capybaras. Yeah, you see his ears there. Looks like he's going to be a good print. I'm going to end soon, Megan. I've got to go and get something to eat. I'm hungry now. But we'll be going live probably on TikTok later if you want to join us there. If you're about, not sure what time yet. Yeah, probably have an open panel where we just all come up and do whatever crafting or chatting or whatever. I'll say an open panel, I'll send you the link or whatever it is that you have to do. I'm still trying to work out TikTok. So I'm trying to build up some stock, so that I can put some stuff on the TikTok shop as well. This one is nearly born. Nearly born. I've just got to the stage I'm hungry now. I can have a little nap as well. I'm so tired now. Because I was up early myself. Ugh. So I might well do that, get some lunch and have a little bit of a nap before this evening. Hubby was up and out early, went to have a look around the car boot this morning. But we've got to get up early in the morning in the car boot. But it's meant to be nice weather, so we will see. We will see. Well, that might be his eye inside there. Yeah, it's his eye. Just doing its ears now at the back of the head, which you can't quite see. Nearly done. 197 out of 211. It is so relaxing watching these, and when you see them come into form. That's nearly done. Nearly done. Because it has 6 seconds left. So it's got to work pretty quick if it's only got 6 seconds left. Oh, no, it's saying 34 seconds. Make your mind up. Go nearly done. Nearly done. Well, I haven't done it for a while, Megan. So it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. So yeah, I think Robin and that we're going to go on together. Let's say I haven't done it for ages. Look at that. Hello, little cappy thingy bobby, whatever you are. Okay, so let me just swap over here. So what I mean by this is, so I remove the plate, which is magnetic. You can wait for it to cool down. That's just a little bit of a test run that it does. You can get these off by giving it a little bit of a bend, and it just pops off. Put that back on there. So I've got to do his eyes and his nose. So that's a little key ring. Cappy, whatever you call them. But the print has come off really well. Really, really pleased with that. So I will set it up to do, another 4 of these. It's cute, isn't he? But I'll show you when he's completely done. But I know Annabelle loves these. She loves these little creatures. But yeah, getting a bit of a headache now. I think because I am hungry. It's adorable, isn't it? Look at these bunny rabbits as well. They're colour shifting. They're cute. Don't know, you didn't see these, Megan. I've got to show these off again. There's my snake rings that I do. It's emerald, ruby, and rose quartz. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and eat, definitely. The colour shift is brilliant, isn't it? And then that's another sort of colour shifting sort of thing. Oh, did you not see them, Lavina? Are you saying wow to my rings? You can see where I run out of them. Yeah. I actually printed that display thing off as well off the 3D printer. I love me snake rings. I do love my snake rings. But yeah, so that's that. So I will get one of these sorted, get his nose and his eyes put on, and then his little keychain on, and he'll be ready to go on the display. So I've been working, doing lots of different ones. These are cute as well. These little bunnies. That. They're cute. Little bunnies with their hearts. And then we've got, so like with those ones, I've got to put the eyes and the nose on like I've done with the teddies, the Betty and the little eyes and nose. And we've just got some dragon key rings. Little piggy ones as well. Little piggy, oink oink, oink oink. So yeah, so I'm trying to build up a, I've got cats as well. So these are going to be called retro. So any cat that I do are going to be retro, hence retro kitten. So they're going to be named after retro kitten. So I'm thinking of names for everything. So cute, aren't they? So yeah, I'm just trying to think up of names because I want them to have a name that we can refer to. So like Annabelle can say to me, Mum, we need some more retros. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do some more. So yeah, so that's the plan, guys. Yeah, I think she'll love it as well. Yeah, I think she will. Yeah. Because I want to try and find like names that are either or as well. Do you know what I mean? So that's the plan. So anyway, thank you guys for being here and sitting through me mumbling on. yeah, definitely. Hopefully, going to go live on TikTok later. I will put it in. I will put it on community post that we're going live on TikTok, so you'll get a notification. But yeah. So anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for being here. You know, means the world to me. I know there's only a few people in, but I prefer it that way because it's more personal, isn't it? If it does get bigger, it gets bigger. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This is what I enjoy doing. So yeah, I will see you all later. Take care, and remember to tell somebody you love them today, because none of us promise tomorrow. Take care. Thank you for being here.